Hello, everybody. I'm Ahmad Rashad, and this is Realtv.
I like taking slams.
Good, because we've got plenty of them. From the kid who hitches a ride with a family pet to the ball player's foul break. Plus, fishing buddies can't seem to throw their catch back. And one good face plant deserves another. You'll always find the world's best shots caught on tape right here on Realtv with Ahmad Rashad.
Welcome to the show. The young boy in our first story has an idea for having a little fun on his rollerblades. But as you will see, it turns out to be a bad idea.
A boy and his dog and a new pair of rollerblades. Grandma drops the camera.
Where'd you hit? Where'd you hit, baby? Where did you hit?
Where you hit your stomach? You just knocked the breath out of you?
Then you had those pads on.
The trouble starts when Jared has an idea.
I've seen on TV where people on 101 Dalmatians where the person has their dog pull her on the bike. So I thought maybe I could do that on rollerblades. It was fun until I hit the car. It hurt. And then my dad picked me up and sat in the chair and took off the pads. No more of that stuff.
If Jared's ever tempted to try doggy-style rollerblading again, Grandma just pulls out the tape.
Everybody laughed at it, and I did too, because it just banged right there.
Call 911. Call 911. Call 911. Call 911.
In Riverdale, Georgia, a police cruiser gets the call. A couple in a stolen Jeep are on the run. Officer Greg Franklin races to help the one officer already tailing the Jeep and gets there just in time. The Jeep ditches the first cruiser, then tries to outrun Franklin. The driver of the stolen car powers down the highway at 90 miles an hour.
To me, it appeared as though this whole thing was just a game to him.
He tries everything to shake Franklin, including dangerous lane changes, speeding on the shoulder, and a wild break for the exit ramp. With Franklin still on his tail, the Jeep makes a run for it, narrowly missing car after car on the busy road.
First and foremost is getting this person off the street.
This time, the cops have had enough. Stop sticks blow the tires and send the Jeep flying into a ditch. First the driver, then a woman gets out of the wreckage. She cries throughout the arrest. But tears aren't enough to keep these two out of the hands of the law.
He's found. 41.
There's more of the world's best shots caught on tape. Coming up in 3, 2, 1.
It's playtime for a group of Romanian thrill seekers. Today's adrenaline rush, bungee jumping out of a basket 500 feet off the ground. First up, a 23-year-old man named Drago. As the basket hauls him up, his buddy rolls tape. It's the highest bungee site in Eastern Europe. Drago jumps. But something's wrong. Watch again in slow motion. As Drago bails out of the basket, his leg snags the safety line. It's a tense 20 seconds. But finally, Drago works himself free. Amazingly, he enjoys the rest of his jump. For this adrenaline junkie, the terror is part of the thrill.
This is America's #1 source for the wildest shots ever caught on tape. This is Realtv.
You're fishing the waters off the U.S. Virgin Islands, and you're hunting for the big boys. It's the Blue Marlin Open, a catch-and-release fishing tournament. The idea is to hook as many marlin as possible, tag them, then set them free.
Cut them off. Cut them off.
This marlin hits the bait hard. He's hooked, and it looks like the beginning of a long fight. Suddenly, after just a few minutes, the fish stops fighting, and they quickly bring him alongside the boat. But then, all hell breaks loose. This huge fish is still full of fight.
Open the door!
They finally open the stern door, cut the line, and free the feisty fish to fight again another day. But look at the tape again in slow motion. There's one guy who won't ever forget this marlin. The fish flips its tail and smacks him right in the head. Fortunately, he wasn't hurt, and the team on this boat wound up winning the tournament with a total of 10 marlin, 10 fish that all got away.
You got a tape? We want to see it. Call us at 1-888-REAL-TV1.
It can take years of practice to become a pro at anything. And for the young skater you're about to meet, let's just say he's still got some practicing to do.
Skater Matt Shook is a work in progress.
I can hold my own with most skaters, but I'm nowhere near like a professional level.
Matt's got a knack for understatement and an intimate relationship with the pavement.
To learn new tricks, it takes perseverance and a lot of ice packs. I take a slam and I just got to get back up and try it again. I like taking slams.
Of course, even Matt has his limits.
I got the handrail between the legs, which really hurt my groin.
Yeah, Matt takes his lumps, but quitting isn't even an option. Because even if he munches every time, the next one might be when he finally pulls it off.
Matt, my advice to you is quit while you're ahead. Or even if you're not ahead, quit anyway.
Coming up.
A $5 or $10 part could fail.
Let's hope not. They're jumping 6 stories up. Plus, did these guys ever get a trick right? Guess not. And tomorrow.
Kind of like a forest fire in the city.
Firefighters are caught in a blaze they can't control. Plus, a freak accident sends a race car's fuel tank rocketing into the crowd.
Ahmad is back in a bit with lots more of the world's best shots caught on tape. Have you called the Realtv viewer voicemail yet? 1-866-VIEWER1 is the number to speak up and state your case.
Welcome back. As these next clips show, when a crime is caught on tape, it only means one thing for the suspect. You're busted.
A motorcycle flies past an Ohio cop at 118 miles an hour, and the chase is on. You'd think the suspect has a reason to run from the police. Not this guy. He just doesn't want the ticket. Both his plan and the road reach a dead end. The suspect makes a quick U-turn to escape. The cruiser knocks him off his bike. He gets $330 in fines for speeding and reckless driving. More trouble at an apartment in Southern California. A disabled woman hides a video camera in a pencil box and hopes to catch a thief. It looks like she's got one. The burglar's a neighbor. He takes off his shirt to wipe away any fingerprints and puts on gloves so he doesn't leave any more. But it doesn't matter. The camera catches him taking her pills and a box of videotapes. That's all the cops need to charge him with first-degree residential burglary. In southern Florida, a surveillance camera captures a suspicious-looking man in a jewelry store.
Are you okay, Joe?
Yeah. Okay, he's lucky to be alive. This is more than attempted robbery, it's attempted murder. Look closely. It's here the robber tries to kill the clerk. The gun gets pushed aside. He tries again. No bullets. The thief bolts out the front door. The frustrated suspect appears to get away. But later, the cops bust the guy and charge him with attempted murder.
A world record is about to be broken. Keep it right here for more great Real TV.
Super Joe Reed in black and Johnny Airtime in white are going for a world record in Las Vegas. In fact, they're about to attempt a stunt no one's ever tried before. They'll jump 98.5 feet from one rooftop to another, 6 stories above the ground, with nothing but the cold, hard concrete below. Super Joe and Johnny work out details of the dangerous stunt on the ground first. Now, as cameras roll from every conceivable angle, it's showtime. There's no turning back. The two daredevils are prepared for a rough landing, and they get it. But a safety net keeps them from plunging to the street below. Super Joe says the slightest thing going wrong with this stunt could have had deadly consequences.
I mean, a $5 or $10 part could fail, cause the bike to decelerate at the wrong time, and you'd be cashing your chips in.
But the daring duo wins their Vegas gamble with death. They walk away without a scratch and with a new world record.
If you've got video of a great stunt, we'd like to take a look at it. Check us out online at realtv1.com for all the details on how to get your tape to us.
Straight ahead, buddies bungee jump while skydiving. It's twice the thrill until the day the cord snaps. Plus,
iceberg that is sticking above the water about 420 feet.
Not for long.
Stick around. There's more great tape coming up in a flash. You're watching Real TV.
Welcome back. You can get hurt playing any sport, and the basketball player on our next tape proves it.
For these Army recruits, playing basketball is usually one of the safer things they do. But not today.
Oh, I can look at that. Come on, one get that boy some help.
He lands on his hand. His arm is jacked. He dislocates his elbow and wrist and crushes all his wrist bones. It's so painful, he goes into shock. The game's over for this poor guy. The only thing he gets is a slam dunk trip to the hospital.
A world of hurt is just around the corner, right here on Real TV.
A group of biking buddies in Cresco, New Jersey really know how to eat it. Dan Santora is slick on his cycle, but not today. He slams down so hard, when he awakes, he doesn't remember a thing. His friend isn't any better. Danny Kim goes long and gets the wind knocked right out of him.
Knock the wind out of you, right?
Finally, Dustin Lee gets worked. You can bet his face will never be the same. Will these guys ever learn?
We've been on the hunt for a super stunt. It's coming up next here on Real TV.
Even the thrill of skydiving isn't enough for these two guys, so they put skydiving together with bungee jumping. It's a pretty awesome combination. But on today's jump, awesome turns to fearsome. As soon as the two men jump, the bungee cord breaks. The heavy cord snaps back, knocking Greg Jones unconscious. The blow sends him plunging towards certain death. Somehow, Greg recovers enough to get his chute open, but he's in big trouble. Videographer Tim McMahon knows he's got to do something to help his buddy, and fast. Tim puts himself into a dizzying spin. That speeds up his descent as he tries desperately to close the nearly 4,000-foot gap between him and Greg. Tim finally gets near to the injured jumper. Then, amazingly, he manages to hook his feet around Greg's harness straps, slowing his fall. Greg is in a world of hurt.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Wow.
Carry me down, Tim. I'm kind of up.
Can you swell?
Tim's keeping it light, but he knows things could get heavy real fast.
Am I cut somewhere?
Yeah. You got a pretty good gash.
Where at?
Right above your goggles.
Oh, my back hurts.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you move your legs okay?
Yeah. I'm fading back and forth, though, Tim.
As Greg slips in and out of consciousness, Tim tries to figure out how to get them both back on the ground in one piece.
How you doing? Go ahead and rest.
Okay.
But when we get down low, you're gonna have to flare.
Flaring is the technique used to slow down before landing. Tim knows he'll have to let his friend go before they touch down. If Greg can't flare, the landing may kill him. Tim keeps talking to make sure Greg stays conscious.
Okay? Okay, when I say flare, you flare, okay? Flare! Hey, can you give him a hand? No! Help him!
Bystanders on the ground finally realize Greg is hurt and run to help. He's pretty messed up.
My back was actually broken. And my lowest thoracic vertebrae was cracked down the center. And I had a concussion and a hairline fracture on the forward part of my skull. And my face was pretty badly beaten up.
Tim says, though the accident was really scary, there was one moment that was kind of funny. It happened when they landed.
I immediately yelled, "Can you give him a hand?" Give him a hand! They all started clapping and yelling. No! I said, no, help him.
Greg's all right now, thanks to Tim's heroic rescue. And also thanks to Tim, Greg's got this amazing videotape of the day he cheated death.
Take a look at some of the stories on the next Realtv.
Tomorrow,
Take it from me. Crashing ain't fun.
he got to find out the hard way. Plus, who needs water? This guy's going right to the source. Closed captioning provided by...
Before we go, we wanted to show you some folks who were out exploring Antarctica when they caught an amazing sight on tape. Take a look.
40 tourists cram onto a boat for a freezing tour of the South Pole. But when an iceberg appears, things get interesting.
Iceberg that is sticking above the water about 420 feet. And that's probably about 15% of the total iceberg volume is above the water.
Another angle gives you a better view of the iceberg's effect on the sea. The waves rock the boat. Everyone is okay. And they get some amazing video of their adventure.
I get the feeling that those folks got a little closer to Mother Nature than they planned. We've come to the end of another 30 minutes of Realtv, but we're going to leave you with sky surfers pulling off some amazing tricks. So long, everybody.